we won 3 times in one night. So to be specific, but no, it's an amazing feeling. But yeah, I always gotta be honest, and I stay hungry. I stay hungry, and when I look at it, I'm only looking at what can I do better than I did last time. So, and it's not just with fighting, that's with everything we do. So, for example, today had my first training here, and there were some things like, oh, what can we do better? I was saying, oh, let's change this, let's do that. So it's I think it's a constant process. It's life. I'll definitely be paying attention to the light heavyweight Grand Prix. I'm crazy excited about it. So we have a new champion, Tarek Kababis.
New light heavyweight champion of the world.
An amazing fight, and I also know he wants a piece. So who knows? I don't know. Is he competing in the Grand Prix as well? So yeah, let's see how he does as a champion in the Grand Prix. A lot of pressure is there, but I think the biggest strength he has is that he never gives up and he keeps coming. So he's born for this.
Yeah.
So let's see how he's gonna try and take this home. But I'm crazy excited about it. Like, this whole Grand Prix format is it's like the cherry on the cake for every kickboxing fan. Bahram has a chance of doing really good in the Grand Prix, but yeah, like I said, those are guys from his own weight, and the pace is going to be a lot higher than it is in the heavyweight division. So I'm excited to see how he's going to cope with that, because the pace in heavyweight fights, as you saw when he was fighting Cookie, is like a lot slower. So let's see how he's going to deal with the pace being a lot higher in the light heavyweight division. So exciting things, exciting times, and everybody should take a look, because you never know what's going to happen. I don't necessarily have a favorite to win the light heavyweight Grand Prix, but so many good fighters, Abena, Latescu, and all so explosive and so good in their own style. And yeah, like I said, I'm just excited to see it, and that's what the good thing is about the Grand Prix. Like, new stars can rise as well, which you don't always expect for them to do well. Then they just all of a sudden, like, they pop up, and I think that's the cool thing of these Grand Prix, and it always shows you how durable some people are. I think Levy's next fight versus Jafar Wilnes is a good one, because Jafar is an experienced fighter, and I think this is definitely gonna add to his career and his resume, and is gonna build him up as a fighter if he succeeds. But Jafar is tough. He's tough. He's strong, and he's all round, and he doesn't stop. He keeps coming, and he can definitely take a punch. So I think Levy is gonna have both hands full. But let's see how he will cope with somebody as experienced as Jafar. So I think it's definitely an exciting fight. And also, I also hope that Jafar comes back in a better shape than he did last time, because I've trained with him for years and years. So I know the man inside out. So I definitely and really hope that he pushes himself to be the best version of him standing there. Especially like an upcoming guy. He's not an upcoming guy anymore. I'm still there in that feeling that Levy's still an upcoming. He's not an upcoming guy. I definitely believe that he proved himself as one of the top kickboxers at the moment. So, with all due respect, Levy, I didn't mean to say that the wrong way. So he's definitely one of the top fighters in Glory, and I think that fight will be very good for him too, if he. Yeah, make sure he trains good, he's well prepared, and he's ready for war, because that's what Jafar gonna bring. Visse is an amazing fighter. I love his style. I think we shared 1 or 2 trainings together, and yeah, just love the way he's performing at the moment. Clinical, smart, not only focused on trying to punch everybody's lights out, because that's hard at the highest level, because that's what you see in every sport. When you have two top level guys or top level clubs or whatever facing each other, it's not, the difference is not going to be this. It's going to be close. And you really see that he's evolving from that, and he's thinking more about, like, how am I going to go through these 5 rounds and make sure I dominate every round. And if I win on points, I win on points. It's all good. And that's what he showed the last 2 times. So I love it. I love to watch him. And he's a perfect example and a perfect ambassador for the kickboxing sport. Team Rico is going to face each other. Figgy versus Snow. It's going to be an exciting fight. And it's hard to say actually what's going to happen. But I think it all depends on how Figgy is evolving after the whole show we did. So, like I said, I'm tough, and I tell everybody exactly where they stand and how I look at certain things. And he's crazy talented, but people that are talented like he is can also be a little bit lazy and want to take the easy route. So I hope he's not choosing the easy route and try to stay in the comfort zone, because there's nothing to find in the comfort zone. You won't get better in the comfort zone. You got to push yourself out of the comfort zone, and that's where you grow. And I think that's what Figgy needs. And I hope he has the right people and the right team to grow as a fighter, as a person. And Don Snow, he's good. He's good. I like his style. He's smart. He knows what he brings to the ring. And I know they're also friends. And that's what they have to, shut off for 3 times 3 minutes. But if Don Snow does what he needs to do, stay smart and avoid all the craziness that Figgy can bring to the ring and the explosiveness, I think he has a very good chance of winning. Yeah, I saw Figgy a little while ago in the gym, but I also I even saw most recently I saw Don in the gym, in the power gym actually. We're also training in Amsterdam, and we just connected. He's such a nice and humble guy. So he's like, yeah. I wasn't hoping for this, but it happened. So I'm fighting Figgy next. So it is what it is. You know, it's part of the fighting game, especially when you're friends and you're in the same weight class and you're both in the top organization. You know you're gonna fight each other sometime, someday. So that conversation also been there, of course, with me and Benny Alec Bowie. So then if it happens, it happens. Outside the ring, we're brothers. Inside the ring, you just want to be the best. And that is what it is. And then outside the ring, we can be brothers again. Don't take it all so personal. It isn't. It isn't personal. It's business. I think the whole event was a great success. And I think that the people got what they wanted after so many years going back to Grand Prix. And I think we make the hype real. The type of strategy you use going into the final is just make sure you do what you gotta do to win, and always stand up one more time than your opponent. And I think that's what we're known for. But is that easy? Definitely not. But on the floor, there's nothing to find. So I got surprised. I think the most important thing is that I was really disappointed in myself, because that's how I look at it. Because I just want to get better every time I step into the ring, and when something like that happens, I'm not looking at, oh, this was good, that was good. No, I'm looking at what can I do better, and that surprise. It definitely is what it is. It is what it is. I can't change it, but it frustrates me looking back at it, but it definitely gives me the fire to become a better version of me. Getting Levi Richters in the final was a little bit something I expected. I think I also predicted it. Like I thought, I think I'm gonna see Levi in the final, but you're never sure because Byram did a very good job. So he I think really proved himself. And on the other side, I just did what I had to do and got by my opponents. So seeing Levi in the final was, I don't know, I think it was a beautiful thing. Like everything coming together. And for me, showing that he's not there yet. He's close, he's getting there, but he's not there yet. So the moment I got the spinning back fist, I never saw it coming. And when I look back at it, I think at the moment he turned around, I tried to make a low kick. I was looking down, so I definitely didn't see it coming. And yeah, I got hit and I was on the ground. Literally, my face was on the canvas. So I was like, fuck, I need to get back up. So I stood back up, wobbly, and I was stepping backwards. And in my mind, the corner was a lot closer than it actually was. So it was all the way over there. So I was like stepping, like looking and feeling like I was drunk. And then at the moment I was finally there, got only like, I think 2 counts. I think when I was in the corner, the referee was like, 6, 7, you ready? Okay, let's go. So that went by really fast. He touched the gloves and yeah, I wasn't there yet, but I think like 8 to 10 seconds later I was back. So of course I knew because I saw Levi, and even though I was a little bit dizzy, I saw Levi coming up. I was just like, okay, keep the hands up, try to clinch, see what we can do, because I also knew he was tired. And yeah, try to make the best of every second at that moment. And then I think 10 seconds later, everything was back in order, and we went back into what we needed to do. At the moment I got that spinning back fist, I didn't know I was going to win the fight, but the thing what frustrates me most is that I think like going into the fight and giving him 2 8 counts in the first round made me too comfortable. That's what frustrates me. I just got too comfortable and he surprised me. Take my hat off to him. Perfect work. Look at myself in the mirror. Want to punch myself. Disappointed because doesn't matter at what level you are. Never underestimate nobody. Even though the deer is wounded, it can attack or do strange things from every corner, and that's what we saw, because it could have been done after that spinning back fist. So it's a good lesson, and that's how I look at it. But as soon as I recovered, like 10 seconds after the count, I was like, okay, focus, get back to work, and then make sure you finish this fight. I don't know. For me, the only thing is what I look at is that we're durable. We can get hit, but we get back up always. At least we try to. And I think that's the most important thing. We have so many beautiful victories, and the most important thing for me is that fights like these represent life for me. Sometimes life is a very smooth ride, and then you get knocked down, but how do you cope with that? How do you deal with that mentally? And I think we showed that that is what it is. That's life. You get hit, you get knocked down, we get back up and continue. And is it easy? Definitely isn't. But on the ground, there's nothing to find. You're not going to be a better person or become a better version of you on the ground. So we get back up, and yeah, we're in experience. We have one more experience in life that is hard, that is tough, but let's take it as a lesson and continue from there. I expect to see Levi, somewhere down the road. I hope not too fast, because I still think it's going to be too early. I think he needs a little bit more experience under his belt, but as soon as he has it, I think he could be ready. But like the whole sport, everybody's like, "Oh, Rico, your stamina, your endurance is so good." And if it was just that, it would be so easy. There's so much more than that. And whatever it is, does that frustrate me? Does that frustrate me? No, because that just shows that people don't know and don't see what we're doing. So it's good. As long as that's the case, we're gonna be so far ahead. Yeah, I also saw that Baron was fighting in the light heavyweight division, which he actually is. He's a light heavyweight. He's not a heavyweight. But if he wants a shot, I'm ready. I'm ready. So let him try. Like I said, he had some good fights in the he had some good fights in the Grand Prix. So, but for him, just to be sure, the King is a different type of animal. He has not fought somebody like me. He fought some heavyweights, but he hasn't fought somebody like me. So it's gonna be tough. But I think it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be an exciting fight. People would love to see that. I think the biggest difference in kickboxing now than in comparison to 10 years ago, I think kickboxing became mainstream. And I think that's the best part of the whole thing, because I do believe that every fighter that steps into the ring deserves the recognition that they're getting now. So the media attention, the interviews, the photo shoots, etc. So I think it's beautiful, and I know sometimes it can feel like heavy, like, oh, here we go again, but it's part of it all, and that's one of the reasons why kickboxing is mainstream where it is today. So I think that's the best part, and I think that's the biggest difference, because 10 years ago we didn't have that media attention where it is today. We got YouTubers, boxing, the sport of boxing got exciting again, MMA picking up traction like crazy, it's getting huge, and we got fans all over the world. Kickboxing is doing amazing, so make it one big puzzle and make everybody crazy excited about combat sports. And I think it's a beautiful sight. I love to see it, and I'm literally fighting when I step into the ring. But I think we're all fighters. Life is one big fight with ups and downs. Crossover fights at this point is a huge hype, and I would definitely love to be a part of it in whatever way. Maybe we can do a cross. I even saw Anthony Joshua throwing some kicks the other day. So let's go. I know not a lot of people want to jump over to a different sport. I'm open. I'm open to jump over to this different sport, but then also come over to my sport, and let's do literally a crossover fight. So you come over to my world, I come over to your world, because we've been doing this for a long time, and I just love challenges. And of course, people are talking about, that you're just looking for a payday. It's the money is fun, but the challenge is way more fun than the money. So it's just, for me, the whole cool thing is that just going down in history, doing a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, Rob Kaman, he passed away a couple of days ago. It was sad news for the kickboxing sport in general, because this guy was a living legend and one of the founders of the true, like what they say, like the Dutch style of kickboxing. That's what he did. He the famous low kick at the right moment. That's what he did, and from a southpaw stance, that right hook. This guy was so good, and he was so far ahead of his time. So it's not just him. It's not just me. I think it's everything and everybody together, being able to have so much fun and keep evolving this beautiful sport we have. I think that's the best thing that you can do, and then everybody adds a little bit to the whole sport. So, and I think that's the cool thing of what we're doing. So we have karate, we have whatever, taekwondo, you have so many different types of styles coming and bringing it everything together. And you see other kickboxers looking at it like, hey, I'm gonna try that. And now the last year or two, you have the calf kick that's coming in. So many influences of different angles, and that just keeps evolving the sport, and everybody has a part in that. Yes, we're at the Kickboxing Society, and we just opened our new location in Rotterdam. It's actually our second location here in Rotterdam, and it's our 9th location in total. So we're spread out throughout the whole Netherlands. Where the Kickboxing Society is different than other gyms is that we're not focusing on making, let's say, professional fighters. So it's more the commercial way of using the sport. So getting fit, being flexible, getting more confidence, being and feeling proud of yourself, like, oh, I've accomplished this. We focus on kickboxing, but we slowly want to expand. We got some personal training that we're gonna do, maybe some yoga sessions, some relax, some stretch sessions. But we're mainly focused on kickboxing. We also have a small part of fitness, but of course, the main thing that we do is we focus on kickboxing for now.